This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. Ooh, ooh, you. Ooh, ooh. Hey, you guys! Welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven, if you haven't caught on by now. Today's episode is going to be kind of crazy. It is going to be kind of crazy. Am I centered? I feel like it needs to be zoomed in a little more. Just like a hair. Like the smallest of hairs. Meow. Okay. So today we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Today's episode is kind of going to center around middle school. I have a lot of things to talk about that are specifically about middle school. And it's going to be pretty grand, but there is one thing I want to talk about first. That is very, 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 very exciting. I cannot stress how exciting it is. First, let me take a drink. Oh, God. That is sour. That is lemonade, and it is sour. Very, very sour. Okay, I'm okay. Who took the screw out of this? And why did they do that? It was probably me. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Anyway. So, the first thing I want to talk about is I got my first piece of fan mail, guys. I know. I got my first piece of fan mail, and I'm super, super, super excited. I already opened the entire thing because I did not have the foresight to think, what if I open it on the podcast? But I am going to show you everything I got. It's very, very amazing and grand. I did put it in this box because I did not want anyone's address to be leaked. So the fan mail is from Megan. I don't know if you guys know Megan. She's a fan of the podcast. You might know her. I don't know. But she is very, very amazing. I posted her on my story once, so you may have saw that. She's great, and she sent me my first piece of fan mail. So I'm very, very excited. I'll read you guys some of what she said. I'll read you guys the letter.
Hi, you guys. Editing Beth here. So here's kind of what happened. I did such a bad job reading the letter. I had to do it again, and that will be later in the video.
She got me a lot of stuff. Like, I'm shocked. Very, very grateful, though. But I'm pretty shook. I'm gagged. So, one of the first things is this little sign. It says, "Don't be so hard on yourself," and it has a little turtle, which is so crazy because I love turtles a lot, and I'm not like an artist of any kind, but I do like to draw a lot, and the one thing I'm really good at drawing is turtles. Like, it's very random. I'm very good at drawing turtles. There's something in my eye. Perfect. But she had a note on here that said, "Put this somewhere where you can look at it multiple times a day because our brains believe what we tell them." So I'm really looking forward to that. I think I'm going to put it in my dorm room because I'm about to move back in a few weeks. She got me this diamond painting, which I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast specifically. She might know this information because she's friends with my mom. But I love diamond painting a lot. Love it a lot. And she got me this huge one of sunflowers. So I'm really looking forward to that. I have a lot of time on my hands, so I will be utilizing this. I'm very excited. She got me this book. What's your era? It's Taylor Swift. And guys, when I first opened it, I turned to the folklore page. I think that's a sign that in my deep heart of hearts, I am a folklore girly. It is my favorite album. But yeah, it's super cool. Ooh, Afterglow. Oh my God, wait. Holy crap, guys. This has a recipe for a cocktail or a mocktail. That is so cool. Get into that for a minute, you guys. What? Hold on. Wow. That is so cool. But this is going to be a coffee table book for sure, so I'll put it right there. It's sitting right on top of Jane Eyre right now. She got me this plushie. This is like a little mushroom, and you guys, I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to zoom in. It has eyelashes and like glitter in its eyes. I love this so much. Where can I put you? Oh, can you even see it on can? Ugh. If you guys have seen Benny the Bee, I put the mushroom right next to Benny the Bee. Wait, what should we name the mushroom? Oh my god, wait. Okay, what should we name? What should we name? I'm getting Marty. I'm getting big Marty vibes. So the mushroom's name is Marty. There's a cricket in here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm about to lose it. She also got me this little plushie that I have big plans to put right on the couch. It's a little bumblebee on top of a flower, guys. Isn't it so cute? It is so soft. I love it. What should we name this? This is a little bee. So we have Benny the Bee. How about Bernice? Bernice. The bee's name's Bernice. So, we got Snoopy, we got Cookie Monster, and we got Bernice. I love it. She also got me this lanyard with fidget toys on it. Because if you look at, like, I don't know if it's the last episode or the one before, Megan commented and clocked me that I pick my nails when I talk about vulnerable topics and said I need a fidget toy. So she sent me some. Very, very exciting. I'm kind of obsessed with this one of the shark. Or is it a dolphin? I think it's a dolphin. But look. I love it. I think I'm going to take them off of the lanyard and use the lanyard for college because I had a lanyard. I have to... Guys, here's the real tea. I have to have a lanyard to put my key on because I got locked out of my dorm more than I can count on both hands. And it was really embarrassing. And I have a lockout fee. The lockout fees are like $5. Mine was like $50. I had to pay like $50 because I got locked out so many times. It was probably more than that if I'm being completely honest. It was bad. So I'm going to keep this lanyard because the one I have is musty. And this one, it has strawberries on it and it's like way cuter than the one I have. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I do love a good fidget toy. I do. And I really, every time I see these ones in the stores, I'm very drawn to them. So I'm very excited. And then we have the popper ASMR. Oh, it didn't. Oops. Hold on. So I did break it just then. Okay, I fixed it. Okay. And also, there's this little keychain. I might put it on my backpack. It's cherries. Isn't that so cute? I love it. And this little hedgehog that feels very nice to the touch. Like, it's kind of scratchy. I like it. Here, wait. Is my mic done? Whoops. But yeah, looking forward to this greatly. I got 2 magnets. Oh, wait. Actually, I got more than 2. But these 2, this one says, in my Swiftie era, Megan knows me very well, and main character energy. I love these very much. These are going to go on my dorm refrigerator. Get into that for a minute. And also, okay, this is like one of my faves. She also got me some more magnets. I really like these ones. So this one is of a sunflower. This one is of, I don't know what flowers these are, but I really like them. They remind me of something I saw at the beach once. And this bumblebee, very on brand. And I think my favorite one, I'm like really obsessed with this one. This one's a ladybug. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I love ladybugs very, very much. I have a ladybug necklace. I should have worn it. I love ladybugs a lot. Like a lot. I don't know why I went with the buzz with Beth instead, but instead of like ladybug something, but that was kind of what I did. She also got me these 2 squishies. She got me a lot of stuff, guys. That's what I'm saying. She also got me these 2 little squishies, which I think I'm going to have on deck here on my coffee table because I pick my nails and also my skin when I'm like really anxious and nervous. And I know I talk about a lot of vulnerable stuff on this podcast often, so I will be utilizing those. She also got me these. I think I'll keep these in my bedroom. I'll play with them like while I'm like brain rotting in bed. They're these like, oh, here. Do you hear that? They're like these little stick things, and God, I'm obsessed with them. I've been playing with them all night. Pause. Playing with what all night? Anyway, but they're fun. I like these. And you know what? You can put them together and make like a necklace. I already did that. And she also got me these 2 little pins. They're of bunnies and fruit. So this is a bunny and an orange, and this is a bunny and a watermelon, and you know what? I am loving this. Okay. And then the last thing she got me, and this I'm like actually so obsessed with. Like, this is probably my favorite thing she got me. She made, like, handmade these friendship bracelets. And I'll tell you what they all say. This one says Bethany Haven. So she handmade these little bracelets. I think they're actually so cute. Like, I'm obsessed with these. And, like, to take the time to do that. And you know what else? On the bag, like, she shipped it to me. She took the time to, like, tape on flowers all over the bag. I thought it was so cute. Like, the time it took to do all this, like, really means a lot to me. But she made all these by hand, man. And they're so cute. Oh my god. Me thinks I'm gonna wear them. This one is a play off. Well, I guess not play off, it just is. I made a video the other day that said, I'm the, how it feels being named the best podcaster of the 21st century, and I made it up that I was not named that. And that's what this one says, the best podcaster of the 21st century. So I love that. Can I, like, wear it on my head? You think? Oh, it's like a crown. It's like a crown. Okay. This one says, hashtag the buzz with Beth. Get into that for a minute. This one is hashtag now playing, which is from the sign. I made this sign, and then you made this. I love it. This one says, I bring the drama. And I'll tell you what, guys. I friggin' do. God, I love these. This one says, I'm your host. Oh my god, I'm your host, Bethany Haven. Oh, get into that for a minute. This one says, Beth Core. I should have named an episode that. I should have. I did not have the foresight. That's my new thing lately. I've been saying I didn't have the foresight. And this one, I saved this one for last because it is my favorite one. This one says meow. And I said, because I got it on video, my sister recorded me opening it the first time. And I said that I'm going to wear this to my first red carpet event, the one that says meow. And I will. Like, mark my words, guys. These ones, I'll have to figure out a way to get them on my body, on my person. But trust. I'll leave them here.
Hey you guys, editing Beth here, and there was actually another bracelet. This one says Fish City. It's one of the faves. It's not in there because when I had originally opened it, I left it on my table in the living room. But yeah, this was another one.
So yeah, I hope you guys like my crown. I'm really feeling it tonight. How do I look? Where's my phone? Aww. I'm feeling it tonight, you guys. Like, you guys don't even know! Oh, and she wrote me a letter. So let's read it. Hi, Beth. Hi. You might wonder why I got a thank you card, but it's because I truly want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for having the courage to start your podcast. I have felt different and alone for the majority of my life, but now I know I'm not. The amount of times I've been able to relate to you is far too high to count. I'm not proud when I say this either, because we shouldn't experience pain dealt from the hands of others. I know you have your mom, family, and friends, but I see what you did there. I don't have friends. I'm kidding. I know you have your mom, family, and friends, but if you ever need someone else who has walked an eerily similar path, if I could read, things would be different. I'm here. I'm on my way to healing, and I think it's important to share that your podcast has already been a part of that. Sincerely, a honeybee. Thank you so much. I don't talk about it much because it's crazy. And I feel crazy talking about it. My whole life, have always felt pushed off to the side, left in the dust, alone, and just like no one ever liked me at all, which is really fun, I think. And I wanted to make sure people did not feel that way, because I know how it feels to feel like everyone hates you, and sometimes know for a fact that they do. And I just wanted to make sure people did not feel like that. So, I dropped that. If I could stop that, then that's what I wanted to do. And things like this really show that I'm doing the right thing. Because, I don't know, guys. I've always felt different. Like she said, she felt that way too. I've always felt just so, like, on another planet in everything I did. I could never make anything work. It was always like something was off with me. And I was always treated badly by others, like, my whole life. So I wanted to make sure that I could help people not feel that way. Or, like, if they do feel that way, show they're not alone. Because, hey, I get it, sister. I get it. I know exactly how it feels. But yeah. Thank you so much for the fan mail. It literally actually, like, means so much to me. Dude, the time you went into that, I gotta tell you, impressive. To make all the bracelets in my crown, it makes my heart so happy. And I mean, you did not have to do this, but you did, and it means a lot to me. So thank you. And I also want to say, if anyone else wants to send me fan mail, let me know, because I can open a P.O. box. Everyone's gonna be like, no one wants to spend money on you. But if you guys want me to do that, I'll do it. But thank you so much, Megan. I love you so much, and I hope you have the best life ever. And I'm so glad that I can help you in any way with the podcast on your journey to healing, because that is all I have ever wanted to do for people. I always wanted to help them with laughter. And I know I don't provide the best advice on anything because I don't know anything. But if I can help in any way, that's what I want to do. So thank you so much. Now, let's get to today's topics. Okay. So as I said before, this episode is kind of going to be centered around middle school. God, that lemonade is so good and refreshing. I love it. Okay. So, let's just kind of get into it, okay? So, middle school was a very difficult time for me. And as I was saying before, I've always felt very different. And kind of one main theme that goes on in my life is I wanted friends. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be popular. Most kids do. And a lot of these feelings of wanting to fit in sprouted in middle school. And it was really great for my mental health. And I enjoyed it very much. Yeah. But yeah. So let's just talk about some instances. Shall we? I just poked myself so bad with it. Okay. So, one thing I did in middle school was, because I wanted to be popular, I wanted to have friends, I tried out for, like, a lot of sports. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I am not athletic. I'm not athletic at all. And I was like, hey, let me try out for, like, every sport. So, when I tell you, I was, like, into everything. Some of them I even did in, like, elementary school. So, here's what happened. I tried out for the dance team in 5th grade. I tried out for the soccer team. I tried out for the volleyball team twice. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a cheerleader. I also wanted to do softball. And I also wanted to do baseball. Get into that for a minute. I wanted to do gymnastics. What else? I wanted to do basketball. I tried theater. I tried archery. I tried academic team. I actually got into academic team and did it for years. But let me tell you, that was not the place to get popular, okay? Actually, I'm lying. Everyone who was on the academic team was popular except, like, me. So I don't know what was up with that. Yeah. So as you can see, I did a lot. And I failed a lot. But yeah, I tried out for everything. And I talked to my mom about it, and she was just like, because it was a long time ago, but I was like, I just, I want to be athletic, and be on a team. And she's like, I think you just want to be a part of a team and have friends. And I was like, what do you mean, girl? Huh? No way. She was right. I wanted to have friends. I wanted to feel like I was part of a team. And guys, let me tell you, I did not get it. I should, hold on. Let me put these back in the box. I just realized. I tried out for all these teams because I just wanted, when it came down to it, I just wanted to feel like I was part of a team. And I thought if I could, because I couldn't make friends based off my personality, but I thought if I was on a sports team, that would give me like, I guess like, I don't know. I thought maybe it would make people want to be friends with me if I was like part of like a team or something, if it was sports, because everyone who was on a sports team was popular. I was using the context clues. Okay, is that what that means? Okay, so I used that in the wrong meaning. So I was looking around, I was observing what was around me, and what I saw was that people who were on sports teams had friends and were popular. And I was like, cha-ching, I'll be there, babe. Count me in. So I tried out for all of the things like I listed before, and I made none of them. Except the academic team. And I did make theater. I was in theater, and I did get leading roles. I did. But the thing about it is I did it in middle school, and no one wanted to do it in middle school. Even like the theater kids didn't want to do the middle school theater. So there was that. They made me play a boy. But I'm not going to lie to you. I did a great job. And then I did lose my wig on stage. And that's not like a figure speech. Like my wig fell off. I think I spoke about that before. But yeah, it definitely fell off. So yeah, it was crazy. But I wanted to have friends. And I tried out for the volleyball team when I was in 6th grade because my sister was on the team. My sister had made it. And I was like, I can do this. Imagine being on the team with my sister. Oh my God, that'll like give us like a personality, and I'll make friends. We will both become popular. The thing about it though is my sister hated it. She was bullied really bad on the team. So, but yeah, I tried out for the volleyball team in 6th grade, did not make it. So I was devastated, but because I was devastated, my dad actually went to a pawn shop and got me a guitar. And that's when I started learning guitar. And then I went to guitar lessons, and I dropped the guitar on my head. I don't want to get into the grit. What? I don't want to get into it, okay? And all the details. But the guitar landed on my head. I never went back. I was so embarrassed. Anyway. But I did not make the team. But I was like, okay, when I get to 7th grade, I'm going to try out again. And I'm going to make it. So I'm working really, really hard. I was not working really, really hard. I have no athletic ability. But I was trying my best. So it gets to 7th grade. I have a friend. Let's call her Martha. Martha and I are pretty thick as thieves. She was awful towards me. I let it happen. So, yeah. But I was like, Martha's trying out for the team as well. I'm trying out for the team. We both are trying out for the volleyball team. So Martha and I, we were going into this as like together, as partners, right? So we were going to like hang together, and when we had to partner up, we know we could partner up together. It was going to be great. So we get in there, and then the coach, this guy, he starts asking us if we had played volleyball before, whether we played for the Parks and Recreation Center or if we played for the big league, like, travel team. Me, I had played volleyball before, but I played for Parks and Rec. And in this town, people look down upon that greatly. I don't. But people do. Because, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not going to say where I live or anything. But my town is very, like, it's crazy. People are very, like, if you have money, then you have, like, a higher status. So, I mean, of course, I don't have money. But, so I was never popular is basically it. It's very much like that. Like, money is everything here. And it's so strange. But, it's crazy. So, if you had money, then you could afford to be on the travel team. But you also had to try out. You had to try out, and if you had money, you could make the team. But if you were also kind of good, you could also make the team. Like, no, actually, I'm lying. If you had money and were popular, you had pool, so you could get on there. I could never get on. It's fine. I don't like. Here's some real tea. I don't like playing sports. That's just how badly I wanted friends. I tried out for like every single sports team, just because I wanted friends. Hey, enjoyed not a single moment of it. I hate playing sports. I don't even watch sports, man. I was so delusional. It is insane. But we get into this volleyball room, into the gym, and the coach is questioning us whether we played for the big league team or we played for Parks and Rec. And I knew what he was doing, so I just said, I don't know. And he said, oh, then he must have played for the Parks and Recreation Center. And I was like, oh, God. And that's kind of when I knew. But my friend Martha was like, oh, I played for the big league because she has money. She was kind of rich. She lives in, like, the rich neighborhood. I don't. But you know what? I freaking like where I live. Actually, I don't. I hate the state I'm in. I want to live somewhere else. But that doesn't mean anything. Anyway, I like my house is what I'm saying. I like this house. But she lived in the rich neighborhood. She has money. So she could afford to play for the big leagues, okay? I say big league, but I mean like the travel team, okay? I don't know the words, okay? And I need you guys to give me a friggin' break. Anyway. But because Martha heard what was happening, and she knew I didn't play for the travel team, for the really rich team, she was like, if I'm associated with her, then I'm not going to make the team. So you know what she does? When it comes to partner up, she leaves me in the dust and partners up with another girl who's rich as well. And everyone did so. So guess what I had to do? I had to partner up with the wall. And it was really embarrassing. I was the only one who had to. But you know what was crazy? My sister, who was on the team, she wasn't at tryout, so it's not like, because if she was, we would have partnered up, like, duh. But she wasn't there. But when she was on the team, they treated her so bad that she always had to partner up with the wall. So it was very mirror, okay? It was very, like, look into a mirror. But, yeah, I had to partner up with the wall. And then one of the, like, helper teacher, whatever, who's, like, has a lot of pool in this town, she was there for some reason. She has, like, some thing in it. Like, her daughter plays for it as well. So she was there. And she was like, come here. I'll partner up with you. At her big age. She was like, I'll partner up with you, whatever. Like, so mean to me. I did not ask her to. She volunteered to partner up with me, but she had such an attitude about it. I'm like, what are we doing? And like, guys, I suck at sports. I wasn't that bad at volleyball. Honestly, I'm a really good setter. But, yeah. I did not make the team. So there's that. But it was tragic. It really was. So I tried out for the soccer team in 6th grade. So it was that spring. And yeah, no, I had no friends going into that. I had one friend. I'm not friends with her now. But I had like one friend, but she was really, really, really popular and she played soccer already. So of course she made it. She didn't want to be my partner. Chill, that's fine. No one did. But I ended up being partnered with someone who kind of bullied me. And I guess she was really serious about it. I guess she played for like years for like one of the big travel teams, which I was gonna audition for that. Audition, of course. I'm so not a sports person. I was gonna try out for the soccer team that was like really, really big time. But I missed the day. But that's okay. I would not have made it anyway. It's chill. So I ended up doing one of the like local. It was kind of like a Parks and Rec thing. It was through a church. I don't even go to. I was on a team that was in town for a church I did not even go to. So I don't really know what that was, but I was part of it, and I was like the oldest one on the team. Everyone else was like little kids, and then there was me at my big age, and I still lost. So I really do not know how everything was going that way. It was like everything was working against me. Everything was working against me, and I just had to be chill with it. So, I don't know. I was so, like, enamored by it all whilst being treated so horribly that I guess it just didn't matter. But, oh well, I guess. But I tried out for the middle school soccer team. And while I was there, of course, I had no one to partner up with, but they ended up partnering us with people. And I was partnered up with one of my bullies. It's chill. She's really, really ugly. And yeah, I am going to say that. I don't care. She is. I mean, ugly heart. R.I.P. R.I.P. But yeah, but we were kicking the ball and they were doing drills that I did not know of, so I didn't know what to do, but they didn't tell us how to do the drill, so we just had to like know it. And everyone else knew it, but not me. And so my bully was yelling at me, just saying, just kick the ball. And I was like, you got it, sister, pretending we were friends. We were not friends. She did not like me. But I was like, hey, you got it, girl. And I would kick the ball. It would go like the opposite direction, actually. And she'd be like, oh my God, you're so awful. And I'm like, you. It was bad. It was bad. And so then we ended up having to run like around this thing, like a mile or something. And I did like one loop and I stopped the coach and I was like, hey, recently getting off an illness, a cold, do you mind if I just take a break? Hey, I did not just finish getting off of a cold. I just was fat and could not keep up. So it's much similar to now. And I just couldn't keep up and I had to stop. So that might also be a reason I could not make the team. But that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, I just tried out for a lot of things. And it just did not work. It just did not work out. And that's fine. And that's fine. Looking back, I'm very glad it did not work out because I do not want to physically exert myself. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't really take part in that. Question mark? And, yeah, I don't run, guys. Even when I do go to the gym, you don't see me running. I walk. I walk, sister. Because, look, I understand I need to be healthy, but it's just not, I'm not running. I'm just not running. It's not happening. I don't like to run. I would not like running if I was healthy. I love to walk. Love walking. I really do. When I get to college, I'm walking all the time. I always walk around campus. I go on walks. You're not going to see me running. If there's a serial killer after me, a light jog at most. Like, it's not happening, sister. But that's okay. That's okay. The amount of time that I had to be like, that's okay. I have to convince myself. But yeah, the sports thing just was not for me. So once I realized that, this is where I go into theater. So in middle school, theater was just not the big bad thing people wanted to do, but I was like grasping at straws here, right? And I tried out one year. I actually tried it with my sister, and we ended up getting like a pretty good role. So it was like a play where it was like a bunch of like fairy tale type of things, and one of them was like tortoise in the hare, and so I got the part of the tortoise. Was that a read when she gave me that role? Because I'm so slow. But I enjoyed that role thoroughly. I really did. I loved it. I got like a turtle back that was actually doubled as a backpack, so I could put all of my like props and stuff in it and go to like practice. It was amazing. And I also was an ugly duckling. Oh my God. I was a tortoise and an ugly duckling in that play. Catching strays I was. Wow. I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed it. It was great. Then the next year, my sister, it was in 7th grade when I did Tortoise in the Hare, and so then I was going to 8th grade. My sister was in high school by that point, so she did not audition because she was no longer in middle school, but I still auditioned for it, and then I got a leading role, and that's when I played the boy, and I lost my wig on stage. So that was really awesome. Honestly, with the theater thing, really nothing bad to say about it. I had a pretty good time doing that. It was fun. The people on there were nice to me. Not many people were a part of it, but they were nice to me. The people who were on it ended up becoming popular, but every time I see them, of course they don't remember who I am, but I always remember them, and I always say they're nice. When I got to high school, I ended up trying out for the theater again, but that's when like the theater kids, like they have their name Theater Kids. That's when they really got into it, okay? And so I did not make the team. If you were like popular, then you made it, were friends with the teachers, you made it. I didn't know anybody, and the people I did know did not like me, so I did not make that, which is fine. I probably would have had a really bad time in that. When I was in elementary school, I tried doing theater as well, but I could not get a part that wasn't the chorus. Only if you were popular, you got, like, good roles, but they only put me in the chorus, so I just sang. Get into that for a minute, actually. We did The Little Mermaid when I was in 3rd grade, and, of course, I tried out for Flounder. In the middle of my audition, I cried. So I'm not surprised I got chorus in that, because you could not get in. It was one of those things where, like, they accepted everybody. So they put me in the chorus, which is fine. But it was so crazy because all of the parents got together and they chose one person to, like, make all the costumes, and they were, like, really bad and bougie. And, is that a song? They were, like, really, really bougie costumes, and everyone was, like, a mermaid or something. But they did not tell my mother about this. Of course, my mother was left out of the loop because much like how they did not like me, they did not like my mother. Which they're really missing out because my mom is my best friend. She's literally amazing, so they're crazy. But they did not have my mother in the loop on this, so my mom had to make our costumes herself. Which, thank God my mom can sew. And guys, see, now what they thought was they were going to leave us out of the loop and we'd look really bad. That's where they were wrong. My mother knows how to sew. And so my sister was a seahorse. So she took this old Easter dress that she had that was very glittery, and she made her a seahorse costume, and took a little toilet paper roll and put the fabric around it so she had, like, a little horn like a seahorse does. And then she made me into a clam. While everyone else was a mermaid or a beautiful seahorse. My sister was the only seahorse, by the way. I was a clam. And say what you want, but my mom bought this silk gold fabric and you made a clam costume out of it. I looked absolutely stunning. Guys, I have looked for the photo of me as a clam for years, and I still have not found it. I know it is out there, but I have not found it yet. But trust and believe, when I do find it, it may take more time, more years, but trust, when I find it, you guys will see it. You guys will see it, and that day will bring utter happiness because I looked stunning. We're going to look back and I'm going to look fugly, but I feel in my heart I looked stunning. There, I said it. I looked like the most stunning clam you could even, like, imagine in your brain, okay? I was beautiful. And that's when I actually met the little sister of one of my biggest haters, who actually, her little sister, who was, like, literally 4, I was like, hi, and she was like, get away from me. And I was like, wow. That was my first introduction to me being like, I must have, like, an aura I'm putting off. Like, I must be exuding something that the people just don't really like. And so that was really fun. But I was just like, for some reason, I really sought validation out of this 4-year-old. And so I ended up, she came to school one day and I bought her, because we were doing like a kind of like a yard sale, I guess, at the school, and you'd bring in toys and you could buy toys. And so I, like, bought stuff that I really wanted, and then I saw her and I ended up giving her some of my stuff. And then she went on to hate on me. Crazy. Get into that for a minute. A 4-year-old clocked me that well. A 4-year-old read me and was like, I don't like you. I was like, this 4-year-old is telling me that I'm, like, awful? Look, hon, you're 4. I had beef with a 4-year-old. It was crazy. Anyway, but yeah, it was crazy. But back to middle school. Oh, no, back to elementary school. That's when I did the archery thing. There was an archery team, but there was also an archery club. I did the club because you did not have to try out for it. You just had to pay a fee. And so I clocked that. So I was in that. I was very bad at archery, but I owned my own bow because a family member had got one for me and my sister, and mine was pink. So get into that for a minute. But I was really, really bad, and I did not enjoy archery because when you pull back the bow and stuff, it hurts your little arm because the string will hit it. And one thing about me is I do not like pain. So I was very bad at that. But the friend who did me so dirty, who wrote me the letter and everything, like, I don't want to be friends with you, she did archery. And she's, I'll give credit where credit's due. She's really good. She has, like, a scholarship or something now for it. But, Yeah, she did it. And in that, that's another time she really didn't want to fool with me because I was like, hey, archery, fun times. Ooh, archery club, archery club. And she was like, took it really, really seriously. And I was like, okay, well, we're 10. So I don't know what we're doing here. One thing about me is like, everything I did, I could see like, this is not that serious. Like, of course, I mean, I tried my best and I, didn't misbehave or anything. But I was like, you guys are taking this too seriously. Like, they're being mean and hateful towards me. And I'm just like, okay, we're in archery club. We're not even on the team. Like, it was crazy. But back to middle school. Another thing in middle school was cotillion. Yeah, I live in one of those towns. I live in the suburbs, baby. I live in the suburbs of a really big city. So, cotillion was a thing. And I was never invited. Let's get that out of the way. It was like the really popular kids were like recommended by a teacher. And like all the teachers were like really bogus in middle school. And they would like nominate the most, the one who had money, who they were friends with their mom or whatever. So they would nominate that kid who's like really popular. And so they would get to go to cotillion. And I wanted to go to cotillion so bad. Like I wanted to go to cotillion. Like, it was, like, my dream. All the girls wearing their Lily Pulitzer, which is so fugly. By the way, sorry, Lily Pulitzer. I actually owned a pair of glasses that were Lily Pulitzer that were really cute. But, their dress, you know what? Lily Pulitzer should not be catching, is that even how you say it? It should not be catching strays. I'm sure they're great. It's the taste that these girls had. That's the fault here. They continually, up to high school, like, I saw their prom dresses. Ugly dresses. Like one of my biggest haters, the one whose like little sister had beef with me. The 4-year-old who had beef with me. She had a really fugly prom dress. It was neon green. Yeah. And I don't care if she sees this. I hate you, by the way. And you remember that, sister. I hate you. Yeah. She had like one of the ugliest prom dresses I think I have ever seen. And look, I'm not saying that I'm like a fashion icon, although I am, and everything I wear could be on the cover of Vogue. But God, her dress really looked like vomit. It really did. It looked like vomit, and I stand on that. I'll die on that hill. Anyway, I wanted to go to cotillion very, very bad. I want to go to cotillion so bad, and I never got nominated, and I'll tell you why. No one liked me. Ooh, no one liked me, and I had to live with that. So I never got to go to cotillion, but it's fine because I would not be caught dead in a Lily Pulitzer dress. So, yeah. Another club I was in. So, one thing, there's clubs and there's teams. Clubs you really don't have to pay for, or you don't have to try out for, you just pay. And I could pay a fee, but I couldn't try out for anything. No one wanted me. So there was Y Club. I don't know if you know what that is, but there's the YMCA, right? Not the song, but the thing. So in schools they'll have like a Y Club, and it's basically like community service, right? Well, something they did was you could create a bill. Like in Congress how they have bills. Well, they made this thing where like everyone in the state would come together, and you would have like delegates and people who made a bill, and you would go and you would present your bill, and then they would like vote on it. Okay, but it was all fake, right? It was just like kind of getting an introduction to what Congress was like and all that stuff. But I did that. I made a bill twice, I think it was. I don't remember what my bills were or anything, but yeah, I did that twice. And the only time I did not, in middle school, I did it. Oh my God, I have something in my eye. I have to get it out. Please. I think I got it. Oh, I did not get it out, but it's just something I'm going to have to deal with. Oh well. That's okay. I'll deal with it. It's fine. Where was I? Oh, so Y Club. Yeah. So I created a bill once with my sister when she was still in middle school. So we did that and we presented it, whatever. It did pretty well. Then she went off to high school, but I still wanted to do Y Club because I enjoyed it that first year. But I think the only reason I enjoyed it was because my sister was in it. And, you know, it was fake. Let me get this straight. Everything we did with making a bill and stuff, and then everyone voting on it, blah, 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 it was fake. Right? It was fake. It was not real. These were not real things. Like, this bill, you could, like, vote to pass it, but it's not actually going to be passed and, like, change the way of the country, right? Like, this is all make-believe. Everyone took it so freaking seriously. Everyone took it so seriously, and I think the only reason I enjoyed it is because my sister was in it, and we didn't take it seriously. I mean, like, we tried our best. It was fine. But we knew it wasn't real. Then she went off to high school. I still wanted to do it because I thought I'd have fun. But I was like, I'm not going to create a bill this time. I'm just going to be a delegate, meaning I'm just going to be the one who votes on these bills, right? Guys, everyone in that group, no one liked me. No one liked me. Hey, common theme here. No one friggin' likes me. Oh, it was crazy. It was actually insane. They treated me so bad. They treated me so different because everyone in Y Club was like really popular. It was like 5 kids, including me, and 4 or 5 of them were really popular. Guess what? One of them. So they treated me awful. And it was like 3 girls, including me, and then like 2 guys. And so we went, and the 2 guys roomed together, and then the 3 girls. Guys, they gave me, it was a 2-bed hotel room. They gave me the bed alone because that's how badly they did not like me. Like, that went right into the cup. They just gave me the bed because they did not want to sleep in the same bed as me because they thought I was gross. Look, I'll tell you a lot. I will wrap myself out and be like, and point out my own imperfections. But I'm clean. I do not stink. I'm awesome. They did not want to sleep in the same bed as me. And I was offended, but I wasn't going to raise a fit about it because, you know, at the end of the day, I was getting the bed to myself. But that's how badly they didn't like me. Because I really thought, like, oh, there's going to be a huge fight, you know, who gets the bed to themselves. I'll just let them have it, whatever, you know, whoever wants it. But we get there, and they're like, you know what? You can have the bed to yourself, you know? And I'm like, okay. And then they start hating on Britney Spears. They're like, Britney Spears is so annoying. Like, her voice is awful. And I'm thinking in my head, hit me, baby, one more time. Okay, I love Britney Spears. I love Britney Spears. I have one of her albums on vinyl. Yes, I have 2 of them. God, my eye. Awful times. But yeah. And so to fit in, I was like, yeah, I don't like her either. Let me just take a moment. Love Britney Spears. I was just trying to fit in. Britney, if you see this, love you. Anyway. But they were so mean to me. They left me out the entire time. There was like one time, like one specific moment on this trip that I just like, it was the party night. So everyone who went in the state, you know, they got to party. No one wanted to fool with me. Like, no one would talk to me. I just ended up, I went into one of the hallways. I sat in the ground and just called my family and was like, yeah, this is awful. I hate this. I want to leave. And I was leaving the next day. So it was great. I was just, they wouldn't even talk to me. But it was so nasty because I was so kind to them. The main girl who was like very, very popular, she's still popular, she was so mean. But I was so kind to her. Like when her shoes cut up her feet, I gave her bandage after bandage. She used all of my bandages. And so I just had to go with cut up feet because I wanted to be friends with her and be nice to her, but she still treated me horribly. And then one of the guys, he was supposed to show me where to go because I was alone this time. My sister wasn't. I really didn't. One thing about my sister, she kind of handles all of the logistics in life, okay? And I don't. And I didn't know where to go. And he was like, I'll show you where to go when we get to the Capitol. Because we were going to the Capitol building as part of this trip. By the way, let me clarify. Like, we were not in D.C. We were not in the District of Columbia. That's not the Capitol building I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Capitol building of my home state. Me over here with the president? No, that's not what it was. That's not what it was. We were in, like, my home state at that Capitol building. I just thought I should clarify. Otherwise, this story would have been a lot cooler. But no. And he's, I'll show you where to go when we get there. And I'm like, we get there and he doesn't show me where to go. So I end up following him just wherever he's going. And it's so nasty. I ended up in the Capitol building. And I was like, hey, I'm here for my job or whatever. And they're like, you're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, you have to go to, like, basically the outhouse of the Capitol and do whatever there, okay? So I had to be escorted out and shown where to go. So that was really embarrassing. And then the guy was, like, really, like, mad and annoyed with me. When I had given him one of my Sprites, by the way, I brought the snacks. Let's get that straight. I brought all the snacks, and I was giving them out, helping everyone stay fed. I gave him one of my Sprites. Should I have? No. Because then he wanted to pull attitude with me. It was crazy. It was an awful trip. And I did Y Club in high school as well, but I ended up quitting because I'm not going to talk about why I quit in high school because it's just so awful that I don't even want to get into it on here. It had nothing to do with me. It was just, like, the people who were, like, going, they ended up doing some really nasty, and poor taste things. I was just like, I don't want to be a part of that. So I ended up quitting, which was fine. At that point, it was like, what are we even doing? I had done it for so long, I could still put it on, like, my college resume. So it didn't matter. But yeah, all in all, middle school was rough. But yeah, middle school was really rough. It was just constantly me trying to fit in. Like, it was, like, one straight after another. Like, I was just being shot at. Like, everything was bad. I just could not catch a break. Oof. In middle school, I have the hiccups. I just could not catch a break. It was bad. 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 But it's over now. When I got to high school, I still kind of wanted to fit in, but I really learned my lesson in middle school about that. So it kind of just ended with me, like, trying out for all the sports teams. By that point, I was just like, I gotta take the L. And I was, like, a part of that vocational school. And in my first year, I thought it was, like, amazing. Like, I had a great time. And I literally told my mom, I was like, it's like we're all one big happy family. I literally said that because it was so great and I thought I actually had friends. It was not until COVID hit their true colors showed, and they were really mean to me. And I lost all of my friends within a span of 5 minutes. They kicked me out of the group chat. It was, like, it was bad because they wanted to copy. So embarrassing. Here's what happened. I'll actually tell you what happened. When I was in high school, I was a part of this vocational school, and everyone in my classes, like, it was the same group of people in every class as before I got bullied. And I thought we all got along really well. I thought we were all friends. It was, like, everything, like, my high school dream was, like, finally working out. And then COVID hit, and we all were sent home. Right? But while it was, like, the day before we let out of school, they were like, because we knew it was coming, they were like, hey, let's all start a group chat with everyone in the class, and we can, like, keep it in touch over this break. At the time, it was going to be, like, 2 weeks. It ended up not being 2 weeks, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm like, oh my god, yeah. And I'm like, I actually have friends. Like, this is crazy. Like, I actually have the thing. This is great. It's my high school dream. And we went on break for COVID. And so they're, like, blowing up the chat and whatever. Like, it's great. We're all having a good time. And then they start wanting to, like, copy everyone's homework. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am a goody two-shoes. There, I said it. And I'm like, guys, I don't know if I feel really good about this. Just because, like, if we all have the same thing, they're kind of gonna know we're cheating, right? Like, I don't really feel comfortable with that. Mind you, I was, like, really smart. I still am. Like, I had, like, the best grades. So they all wanted the answers from me. Because I'm just the smartest person alive, of course. And I was like, I don't really feel comfortable with that. And they're like, the only reason we started this group chat was to get homework answers. And so if you don't want that, then leave. And they just started saying awful stuff. And I was like, okay. And I left. And then I found out later that they were, like, really shocked that I actually left. And so I lost all my friends within a span of 5 minutes. So that was really fun. But yeah, that was kind of my middle school and I guess a little bit of high school experience. Just some lore for you. And yeah, it's just some funny story. Looking back, it's, like, all funny. But yeah, I just want to fit in so bad. So I did all of these crazy things that, I mean, I wasn't cut out for just because I wanted friends. I wanted to feel like I was part of something. And I never got that because it was just, I guess it was all superficial. But yeah, it was crazy. It really was. But, you know, now looking back, I can laugh about it, honestly. But at the time, it was pretty not okay. And still, some stuff I'm still mad about, though. But it's okay. I am a lot better off without all of those people. And I'm so glad I'm not in sports. Because now, anytime I see people like playing sports, my first thought is, oh, thank God I don't have to do that. Because I don't want to. I don't want to run. I don't want to do drills. Oh my gosh. Oh, some of the drills that they would make you do. Because I played volleyball for a while for like Parks and Rec where you just pay a fee. And, God, I hated the drills. I never enjoyed playing sports. Like, every time I played it for a few years. Like, I would just constantly, like, play for, like, a rec center. And I never actually enjoyed playing. I just liked being able to be like, I'm a volleyball player. I loved that. But I hated playing. My sister was so good. And I wanted to be like her. And I just wanted the friends. And it just never clicked the way I thought it would. But that's okay. This episode is going to be called Beth is Okay. Actually, I'm thinking of calling this episode Beth Can't Catch a Break. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to get you back. But yeah. I guess that wraps up today's episode. Oh, I had another point I was going to talk about that was completely unrelated to middle school, but I'm going to save it for another episode when it's closer to time for, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I guess that's all for this episode. I really enjoyed our time together. And once again, thank you, Megan, for the fan mail. I love it so, so much. And I'm sure I don't know what I'm going to do with all the stuff, but I'm super excited. And to anyone else, if you want to send me fan mail, let me know, and I'll figure something out. But yeah, this has been The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven. I love you so much. Meow, 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 meow. What if I actually like started belting out? Would you guys? Meow, 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 meow.